All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, this is, let's go here first. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 1. And it reads, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." All right, and I want to go into a lesson on this through the Spirit, all right, because the internet is a perfect example, for the majority, for the most part, of Esau's rulership. It's a reflection of his rulership. What is promoted, what is glorified, chiefly when you look at the internet, because that's where everybody goes to congregate. You get to see these examples. All right, so I want to go here. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and 1. And it reads, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good." All right, when you look at the internet, it's a reflection of reality, if you will, a distorted reflection, but a reflection nevertheless. All right, it's a reflection of who's in rulership, because Esau has the power to change these things, but he doesn't, because it's a reflection of who he actually is. All right, and the world itself at large has become carbon copies of Esau, Edom. All right, this is when you deal with the mark of the beast. The scriptures talk about the number of his name. All right, now that number, that 666, is incorporated in the barcode system. All right, but when you deal with the number 6 and its spiritual meaning, it goes back to man. All right, which is basically the flesh. All right, and this is why so many people are carnal. All right, they have no integrity concerning the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. All right, there is a lack of integrity in the earth overall, but particularly dealing with the standard of the Lord. All right, I want to go here, because without this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right, you're as a beast. All right, and when you look at nature itself, the animals don't have a moral code, so to speak, meaning they're given to their desires. All right, this is Psalms 49 and 20. All right, it says, "Man that is in honor, and understandeth not, is like the beast that perish." When you read this in the NLT, it says, "People who boast of their wealth don't understand. They will die just like animals." All right, and this is, when you look at the society, all they chase is money. All right, all they chase is the desires of their heart, and through money they have access to being more carnal, and they're a reflection of the ruler. This is why the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, when you go back to 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, I want to get a word in particular in the 3rd verse. It says, "Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent." All right, I want to get that word incontinent in the Greek. All right, so when you go into the Greek for incontinent, it is Ocrates. All right, it's Ocrates. And when you go into outline of biblical usage, it says without self-control, intemperate. All right, and this is what you see in the earth, a display of a lack of self-control. Now, when you go into, I believe it's the etymon. Let me see. Because when you go into the etymon, it goes into this even deeper. All right, it says late 14th century, inability to restrain sexual desire, sexual immorality. Later, inability to keep to a religious rule. All right, and you see that amongst these people, and they were a reflection of Esau. All right, when you deal with Esau, the actual man, he couldn't even wait until the red pottage was done. He gave up his birthright for that red meat. That is a prime example of incontinence, of a lack of self-control, all right, of being carnal, given to your desires without any religious rule, without any discipline. And the people are a reflection of that. And this is why when you look at the internet, this is all you see in the internet. All right. A lack of self-control, a glorification of darkness. All right. And this is where Esau thrives. He thrives in darkness. All right. He enjoys seeing people be compromised. All right. So let's go here. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. And I'm going to jump down to around let's see. Because ultimately, as the scriptures say, I'll get the point first and then I'll start up. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. And I'm going to jump to 17 or 27. Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 27 reads, "For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil." All right. And in this day and age, Esau has propped himself up as a god. All right. Now, a lot of people in this world chase money, but the money isn't backed by anything. It's a fiat currency, which basically says, let it be, so to speak. And it's only held up by people's belief in it. All right. So ultimately, it's only held up by the belief in Esau and his system. So he's propped himself up as a god. And this is the reflection of who he actually is, the earth and the condition that it's in concerning men, concerning people, concerning what they look at as right and wrong. And this is why things have been turned upside down. And this is why trying to navigate this world on your own, all right, and try to achieve some sort of righteous pocket in a wicked environment, all right, is not the end all be all. Because you still have to live in this world. You still have to conduct yourself and do business, whatever the case may be. But ultimately, this kingdom is going to have to be translated from one people to another. The entire ecosystem has to be changed. It's not enough for you to just have some pocket of righteousness in a wicked world. This rulership has to be changed. All right, this is Isaiah 29 and 16. "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?" All right, and this is why they proposition people with the idea that there is no God, because it removes accountability. Esau is very subtle with his doctrine. He uses these things to sow doubt. And through that deception, he entices people to live according to what pleases him, which is immorality, which is being completely carnal. This is why you don't have any laws against adultery, or you can go to a grocery store and readily buy something that can kill you. People don't stop to think about that because Esau has the power to change that. And he uses these big words like democracy, all right, to forward his agenda. Because he'll give you the ability to destroy yourself. But the moment you try to do the right thing or speak true things, you're condemned. All right. And that's because things have been turned upside down. All right. This is Job chapter 10. I'm going to jump down to verse 21. All right. And it reads, "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness." So people will readily accept, all right, the alphabet community, but they won't allow you to have more than one wife, even though it's biblically lawful. They'll readily sell you cigarettes that they know will kill you, or take you to a doctor who will only treat symptoms and not actually cure your disease just to keep you alive long enough to make an extra dollar off of you. But they won't promote the herbs that the Lord has made for the well-being of men. This is out of order completely. And this is why the Lord said, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. You can't change a certain part of this system and make it work for you. The system itself has to be changed. And this is what the Lord is doing. This is why the Lord said this. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter. All right, Ecclesiastes 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Esau, Edom is not profitable. All right. The idea of a woman being able to go somewhere and get the fat taken out of her stomach and put in her on her backside, I'll just say it that way, is off. And it shows you, it gives you a window into the mind of Esau, because he has the ability to forward righteousness, so to speak. He has the resources and the ability to do it, but he won't do it because it's not in him. He's not the profitable one that the Lord has sent. All right. And that one that's sent is Yahweh Shai, who's coming back to collect. That is the profitable ruler. And through him, the earth will learn righteousness and the abundance of peace. Through his rulership, the earth will learn war no more. When you look at Esau's rulership, the only thing that they've been able to conquer completely and forward is the ability to kill with more efficiency. Everything else is just defiled. The so-called healthcare system is a scam, where they treat symptoms to keep you alive long enough to make $1 off of you. Well, they'll take the herbs of the Lord and then combine it with something synthetic. Or they'll speak slander concerning the herbs that the Lord has placed in the earth, even though they can actually cure these diseases. The fact that it's unlawful for you to claim that there's a cure to certain diseases is a reflection of who's in rulership. And when you really understand that from a zoomed out perspective, you understand that there's no one part of this system you can change. It has to be removed completely. It has to. All right. Now I want to jump down to verse 8. It reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And we're in the process of this kingdom being translated. All right. The scriptures describe this as Esau's rulership as the end of the world. Now, when you look this up in the Good News translation, 2nd Esdras 6:9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. In the Good News translation, it says Esau is the end of the age, or Esau is the end of a age, and Jacob is the beginning of the age to follow, which shows you the earth is not going to be destroyed, all right, completely. All right, it's going to be refreshed. All right, you're going to have parts of the earth that are burnt with nuclear fire, but the earth abideth forever, as the scriptures say. All right, so let's go here. You know what? Since I mentioned it, I want to just go ahead and grab it, Lord willing. All right, because Esau, we have entered the age of complete corruption, man. Glorified corruption. All right, which shows you that this is the man. This is the son of perdition. This is who was spoken of in the scriptures when you deal with the son of perdition being revealed. Esau, Edom. All right, and he has to be removed out of power. And that's exactly what the Lord is coming to do. And without that happening, you don't get righteousness. You know, our people keep beating themselves over the head trying to fix a system that was never meant to produce anything but wickedness. All right, now let me see if I can grab this real quick. All right, so this is 2nd Esdras chapter 6. And I'm going to jump down to verse 9 so you can see it. All right, it says, Esau represents the end of this age. Beautiful. And Jacob represents the beginning of the new age. See, in the new age, you're not going to be able to buy things that can kill you. Pork isn't even going to be offered as a option. All right. Shrimp, crab, and lobster are not even going to be offered as an option. And when you deal with cigarettes, and all this other manner of folly, BBLs, all of that is going out the window. But Esau represents the end of this age because this isn't sustainable. Look at the quality of people. The people are destroyed and they don't even see it. Life wasn't made for you to have to wake up and be medicated to get through life. These people are on all kind of pharmaceuticals. They drink themselves to sleep and then they wake up on coffee and then rinse and repeat. 70 years of misery. And Esau has the ability to change it, but he can't give it to you because it's not in him. His desire is as hell and is as death. His God is his belly. An insatiable desire for power and control. And that is unsustainable. This is why the one that is profitable is Yahweh Shai. And under Yahweh Shai's rulership, the earth is going to be in a better condition and the people. All right. Esau represents the end of this age. All right. He's that carnal man. That's why scriptures describe him as the basis of men. All the other nations, even though their gods are idols and are no gods, they have some form of spirituality, so to speak. Some form of a higher power, so to speak, even though they were going to fuck off. Excuse my French. But Esau is the one that replaced all of that with himself. I'm a god. And through that do as thou wilt spirit is normalized and glorified. So much so that when you tell people right things, they look down upon it. All right. What did the Lord say about that? All right. Let's get that in John, the 3rd chapter. This is John chapter 3 and verse 19. And it reads, "And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil." All right. And this is why we hasten the day to see Yahweh Shai, man. We hasten the day to get out of this age and to enter into the new age. All right. The new time period on earth where righteousness is going to flow. All right. Matter of fact, I'll end it with this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. And I'm going to jump down to verse 27. All right. And it reads, "For evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared." That's what we hasten the day to see. Where righteousness is normalized and glorified, and wickedness is condemned as it should be. Because it shouldn't be like this, man. It's wicked. And that's why it's a vexation through the spirit. Yet, we're comforted in understanding that the Lord is not going to allow it to remain like this forever. And this is why we watch for the prophecies, because the prophecies give us the idea, all right, as far as time, how close we are to leaving this age and entering a new age on the earth wherein dwells righteousness. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all Yuakim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.